Hello, Galaxy! I'm Chris Pirillo, and you're watching the Locker Gnome Daily Report, or TLDR for short. I'm geeking out every night live on Twitch. Feel free to join me and the rest of the community there. Just tap the link, give me a follow. It'd be great. Tonight, I wanted to talk about the things that I love about the Pastel 6 Pro, given that yesterday I recorded a 20-minute video of the things that I did not like about the Pastel 6 Pro. This video is going to be substantially shorter. This has just been my experience. Your experience is likely different. I'm still hopeful that the Pixel 6 Pro will improve over time with software updates, but I'm just giving you the perspective as it stands right now. The first thing that I love about the Pixel 6 Pro is the screen, and I don't just mean the color and the saturation, and certainly not the brightness, especially outdoors. That's not really good. Specifically, the refresh rate. 120 hertz. It's 120 FPS or nothing for me at this point. And I admit it, I've been spoiled. I've gone that route with pretty much every screen that I use, minus a TV screen. Everything's 120. And so I'm glad the Pixel finally has 120. I feel that 120 is easily going to become the norm. And I'm glad that the Pixel adopted it this year. It totally makes sense because Pixel upped its hardware game this year. Can't say the same about its software game, but that said, the Pixel 6 Pro is snappy. That's another thing I happen to like. It's almost immediately noticeable. Very, very quick to move in and out of apps, to navigate the system, or the UI. The user experience is fluid effectively, and that's critical as far as a good Android experience is concerned, in my humble opinion. Smooth animations, it's got it. Fluidity, for the most part, it's got it. It does suffer from lag in spots, not gonna lie, but I believe that the snappiness is not just because of the Pixel's hardware, but specifically the software optimizations that Google made with Android 12, because that snappiness was palpable even on my prior Pixel 4 XL, which I used Android 12 on, at least through the beta up until a final, and then switching to this particular Pixel as my go-to Pixel. No software bloat is something that I've appreciated about the Pixel line from the beginning. It's a very Pixel-like experience. You don't really get software that you're never going to use. No third-party apps, so to speak. It's pretty much all Google, and that's something that I have appreciated about the Pixel more than anything. It's never been about the hardware for me. It's always been about the software. I don't really want to get into that right now, but just knowing that it's pretty much just the Google stuff is an accolade, and I wish more Android devices were like that, apart from Google's idea of what Android could be, and that's pretty much the Pixel. Voice dictation is very fast, like blindingly fast. Like, the words finish on screen with the voice dictation on Gboard, or you know, anytime you invoke it, the words finish like at the moment that you stop speaking. Like, they're that fast. Like, nothing even comes close. And as someone who uses voice dictation like all the time, not only is it accurate, but it is just boom, 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 boom. Like, incredibly fast. It puts every other voice dictation system, every other one out there, to shame. They've done such a good job with it, and it's specifically, I would say unfortunately, only on the Pixel. I say unfortunately because it would be nice to have that on other Android devices, but unfortunately, that's not the case. Fortunately, if you want, want it on the Pixel, it's there on the Pixel, and that's something that I absolutely like. I love the speech enhancement in recording video in the camera app. It's very important, especially if you're in a noisy environment or like there's wind blowing, being able to pull out the speech. I feel Google's done a very good job with that, especially in environments where the audio may not be controlled. Like in this environment, it wouldn't make much of a deal or much of a difference, or it wouldn't be a big deal. But, you know, in external environments, when you have other noises happening, to be able to have that video focused on speech, something that may end up being a boon to you. I tried Magic Eraser a few times. It goes beyond gimmick, and I've seen that type of feature be a gimmick in on other platforms. They say, oh, you can erase an object, and you try it, and it's like, oh, that's bad. I'd rather have the object there. I wouldn't say that the Magic Eraser is amazing, but I think for like quick edits, quick changes when there's not a lot of detail happening, you know, in your mobile, you're on the go, you're going to post to social, no one's going to notice. It's fine. But that said, you could I have to also say, I use Pixelmator Pro on the desktop on Mac OS. It's also available for iOS, and its eraser tool is substantially better than what Google's done. So just having that locked in as a Pixel feature, I'm not going to say I mean, it is unique, but you can get a magic eraser type of feature on pretty much any platform. I'm pretty sure there's probably another third-party app for Android. I'm just not aware of it right now. If you know that, if something like that exists, please feel free to make the recommendation because I'm looking. I love the general contrasty look of the images taken with the photo or with the Pixel camera when the Pixel 6 Pro camera works, because right now it's wildly inconsistent, which is frustrating, and I don't think they've tuned their algorithms. The Pixel 6 Pro is probably going to be a better device 6 months from now than it is today. So, I'm not saying that's a positive. I'm just saying take it in context. When the Pixel camera works the way that I like the Pixel camera to work, I love how those images are produced. But, unfortunately, I'm not sure I can consider the Pixel camera best in class. Don't want to get into the things I don't like. I'm just saying that when it works, I like it. That is an accolade, I think. Kind of. I love the fact that you can hold on to the power button or press it to invoke the Google Assistant. It's very, very simple. I wish I could toggle that feature on other devices. You know, of course, you could double click the power button and then it turns on the camera, but a long press of the button should invoke the assistant, which is great. I love that feature. I would use it all the time if I was to switch to the Google 6 Pro as my my go-to device, which there's no plans right now because the software is not where it needs to be. Again, I'm trying to stay on the positives. I am, seriously. There's a lot to talk about here that's good. I love the wide-angle selfie camera. It's something that I've used with the daily, or for my daily TikTok motivational, inspirational videos. I don't know if you watch them. I also share them on Twitter and a separate YouTube channel. But I love the selfie camera. I love how it pulls out details in my face. And so I want to use that camera as specifically to record those videos the way that I do. So I love the selfie camera output. And for the most part, selfie camera output is more consistent, or has been more consistent than... Why is this thing vibrating? I know you can't hear it, but it's just been going... Is it because the camera was on in the background? Weird. The screen was locked. Okay. I love that it uses a fingerprint rather than a face, and that's a big deal because I still wear a mask when I'm out, and that's usually when I need to unlock the device more often. Haven't had any problems that other people have noted with the fingerprint unlock. Some people have had issues. I would register or re-register the fingerprint or thumbprint, and sometimes even register the same thumbprint twice, if only to increase the possibility that it's going to get recognized. I use other fingers as well, but I love the fact that it uses the built-in screen fingerprint. I don't necessarily miss the rear fingerprint reader, but it's been a while since I've used one of those. You know, certainly years. I do like the fact that it's got a flat camera protrusion on the back. I do have a case on here, but I love the fact that it might rock, you know, wobble back and forth, but the fact that it lays flat means that when I do have the device on the desk, it's not, as I'm typing on it or swiping on it, it's not rocking egregiously. So I think that's actually a boon. The speakers, I like the speakers a lot. Are they the best in the world? Probably not. But the fact that the sounds, especially like voice, they come across as very rich, makes it has made it, when I've tested it, when I've used it, very enjoyable to listen to videos on this particular device. Very appreciated. I love the phone features that the Pixel has. This is more in the software realm, like the Hold for Me or Direct My Call, and it's something that I wish Google would bring to other platforms. I really do, like specifically other Android devices, because the Google Phone feature, or the Google Phone options are fantastic. You can use the Google Phone app on multiple Android devices, but they don't have all the same features as they do on the Pixel. So the Google Phone features, especially for a phone and a smartphone, big thumbs up. I also happen to like the pricing, and the reason why is because this is you know, a flagship from Google, it's Pixel 6 Pro, and the fact that it's like, not affordable is the wrong word, but accessible at a flagship type of experience in relation to hardware and mostly software, will hopefully drive down pricing for other flagships, which is a trend that I would definitely like to see. So the pricing being as low as it is for a flagship is a huge benefit to everybody. Those are the things that I like about the Pixel 6 Pro. I've also done the video on the things that I don't like. I don't know if you've watched both. I'll be doing more on the Pixel 6 Pro, including camera comparisons, and, what else do you need to know?